Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Japanese drama First Love Hatsukoi. Hatsukoi means first love in Japanese. Before I get into spoilers, I will give you a brief description of what the drama is about if you'd like to check it out. So it's non-linear. The story goes from the past to the present, back and forth, and it's 9 episodes. They each run between 45 minutes and an hour long, and it's basically about people who fell in love when they were in high school and then over time lose contact. I won't say how they lose contact yet because it's a major spoiler, but that's basically what it's about. If you don't want to be spoiled any further and you haven't seen this drama, you can go watch it on Netflix, but I'm about to go into spoilers, so if you don't want to hear any spoilers, please leave now. So I really enjoyed this drama, and I just want to get into the details of what I really liked. So the main reason why these two fall in love is one sentence: what is your favorite food? And once the female lead, as a teenager in high school, asks him what his favorite food is, he realizes that she's in love with him, although his friend has to convince him of that. The male lead has a sister who is deaf, so she communicates in sign language. And the female lead actually is so kind and so lovely and so caring and empathetic that she actually learns sign language once they're together so that she can also communicate with his younger sister, showing how kind of a person she is. So once they lose contact, what ends up happening is that she actually marries somebody else because she loses contact, because she gets into an accident and gets amnesia and forgets all of high school. She can only remember the first couple of months when she wakes up from her coma. And she marries a neurosurgeon and has a son for him, but it doesn't work out because his family is very obsessed with status and class and the way things appear, and her mom is kind of like an unemployed, underworked, or maybe underemployed woman, and they don't respect her. So she divorced him because they just, two different classes, two different kinds of people didn't get along. And so this, as a mother, even though he makes a lot of money and she very begrudgingly, because she loves her son, let her son grow up with his father just so he can be financially secure. She still makes sure she sends her son money every month. She regularly visits him, cares about his life, asks about what he's doing. He likes the girl, and she actually ends up meeting the girl and saying, "Hey, I'm his mum." She's lovely to the girl. She's warm to the girl. The girl and her son end up actually being together. And her son really likes music, but his dad wants him to be a doctor. She encourages her son to be a musician and pursue his dreams because she's the kind of person that has so many different interests because she's so smart. So she encourages him to be who he is. And he's a musician. His grandfather, her dad, was also somebody who was into the arts. She tells him he probably gets it from that side. And she also has a lot of trauma, even before the accident, because her dad kind of remarried and left her and her mom, so she has a lot of neglect and trauma from that. Her and her mom have always been by herself. She fell in love, they were so happy together. But what ended up happening before the accident, they had an argument because he was part of the they call it the SDF in Japan, their form of air force. I will actually go into detail about what this Air Force is so that you guys can know. So the SDF in Japan is a Japan Self-Defense Force. So they were established in 1954 and they basically defend the country. So he was a part of that and he was gone for a while. They'd communicate over the phone, they were long distance. She was at university in Tokyo. And he comes back. They have dinner. Her friends come and they basically bully him. They're really rude. Oh, you're part of the Air Force. They just kind of mock him and they laugh. And I kind of understood why he was angry, because if it was me and I'm with my partner and then you have friends and they mock me and you don't really defend me, I'm going to get pissed. But basically they argue about it. He walks away. He kind of fights one of the guys that berates him. Then he comes back, calls her back and tries to kind of apologize, and she gets hit by a car. And she was about to go abroad to Vancouver for a study abroad. Her life was literally about to change forever, and then it changed in the worst way possible. She couldn't remember him. He would write her tons of letters. He felt really bad. He blamed himself for the accident, I think, as well. And he'd write tons of letters. Her mum would hide the letters away so that she wouldn't know it was him, and they were lost forever. Years later, he meets her again. She's working as a taxi cab driver. She's really good at it. And he works as a security guard. He meets her again through her son. He helps her at a laundromat because her washer gets broken, he helps her with that, and then like they kind of like start a love story. But he has a fiance who he's with, so it's kind of awkward. Like he's kind of cheating on his fiance by emotionally being with somebody who he has deep ties to, but he's not a bad guy. So let me say that. So in the end, what happens is he gets away from his fiance because he's like, I'm still in love with her. I can't marry you. It's sad and everything because he does care for that fiance, and they met while he was in the Air Force and everything, and he cares about her. But clearly, his first love is priority. And so by the end, it actually has a happy ending. So they end up in Iceland and they meet again and they kiss. And she tells him that she can actually remember that he's her first love, and she gets her memory back, like beginning of episode 9. And it was wonderful. Like, it was so enjoyable. Story was beautiful. You will definitely cry if you watch this drama. It's an incredibly emotional drama. It's on Netflix and it's so good. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you want to get into any more details in the comments below, I'd love to discuss it more. And if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.